Some people are very self-disciplined. They have good habits. Maybe you're one of those people, but probably the majority of us don't have always good habits. So how can I develop good habits? First of all, you develop a good habit in 3 areas: spiritual, mental, physical. Those are important. For the spiritual, we've got to have good habits in prayer, Bible study, and right theology. In mental, we've got to have good habits there. Let me give you an illustration. My wife drives to work and drives home. When I looked at the route she was taking, I said to her, if you go a different route, it'll save you time. She says, but I'll have to think. What happens is that your brain tries to turn everything you do into a habit so it can conserve energy. So how can we get those? Well, there's the third area, and that's physical. And that's the area we live in more than anything else. So if I try to develop self-discipline, I'm either going to be self-disciplined or I'm going to be self-indulgent. Every habit starts with a decision. Even if you've been doing the same thing year after year after year for 30 years, every habit, you get dressed the same way, that always starts with a decision, but you've done it so long it just acts automatically, but there's still that decision. So here's the process: a decision, then there's a desire, then there's the process and the reward. So I really want the reward, but I make a decision to get that. If I want to be self-disciplined, I'm going to have to think of myself as a marathon runner. I've got to go into training. You are going to have to train yourself to be disciplined. And you have the spiritual guidance from Scripture and the spirit of prophecy. You have psychiatric writings and psychology writings that can help you. And then you have got to put this into practice. So let's say you are addicted to shopping. You drive by the mall every day on the way home or the store, and you just feel like the car turns into the parking lot automatically and you go in and you buy something. A psychologist will tell you, take a different route home, and you break that process. You still have the desire, but you're starting to learn how to discipline yourself. For example, I ran a marathon a number of years ago. I trained, and I trained. I disciplined myself to increase the distance until the race was ready to go. Well, good stewards have good self-discipline.